Hello everyone, another day, another lesson for you all. Pull out your notebooks and prepare to take notes because today we are going to learn about classes. If you're liking my videos or want me to cover other topics, leave a comment in the section below. And always remember that I offer private programming tutoring lessons. Contact me via my email. Now let's start with the lesson. In programming, a class is like a blueprint or a template for creating objects. It defines a set of attributes, also called properties or fields, and methods, also called functions or behaviors, that describe the behavior and characteristics of the objects created from it. For example, let's say that you're building a program to model a zoo. You might create a class called Animal that has attributes like name, species, age, and weight. These attributes are basically variables that store characteristics of an object. Methods will be more along the lines of eat, sleep, and make sound. Then you will create objects of this class to represent individual animals in the zoo, like lion, elephant, and giraffe, each with their own specific values for their attributes. Now we get to see the code examples for classes. In both languages, like I'm showing for the Java side, the classes we create can be placed on a separate file. Here we have the attributes, and here are the methods. In this other section is where we get to see how to create a class object, noting that the process is slightly different in each language. If we want to use a method, we need to create a class object and indicate which function to use from it, just like this. Note that the methods are empty. This is a good practice when you know you need a method, but you don't know how to create its contents. Among the method types a class can have, the most common ones are the getters and the setters, and they're both fairly easy to understand. Setters are the methods used to change one or more attribute values. Like imagine you want to change an animal's age. This will be a straightforward process with the method receiving a new value or values and then replacing the old values with the new ones. Getters are not used to change any value, but instead to check on the value an attribute currently has, hence the name getter. There are other methods that are special and more complex than getters and setters, with all of them being optional. There is one that is most often used, so I'm going to cover it today. This method is referred to as a constructor. One can create a class object with said class not having a constructor. But if a constructor is present, it would automatically be run when you create an object of the class in question. Having a constructor can be great if we need to have requirements for the creation of an object. In the zoo example, we could have a constructor that receives the information for some of the attributes. These values must have logical sense, like the age value or the weight value being positive numbers. The constructor is a great place to enforce these requirements, making sure any setup is done correctly. A constructor expects a specific amount of parameters. each with their own specific type. If we try and initialize an object, sending the grown kind / number of arguments, the code won't run. That is why, to cover most possibilities, it is common to have more than one constructor. Depending on the arguments being sent, the adequate constructor will be run. Using classes can make programming more organized and efficient, as you can define a set of common behaviors and attributes once and reuse them to create multiple objects. It's a fundamental concept in what is called object-oriented programming, and it is used in many programming languages, including the three I have been showcasing in these past few videos. Look how far you have come! You guys are great students, and I'm proud to be your teacher. Stay tuned because there's still more knowledge to come. I will see you guys next time. Good night.